everybody? This your boy, Bill Bellamy. And this is Top Billin', the #1 podcast for the culture, the movement, and the discussion. We're doing an exclusive here from Chicago, Illinois, one of my favorite cities. This weekend, I am performing here at the Erie Crown, and I wanted to invite to the show some of my favorite comedians, guys that I love, guys that have been in the game, veterans. And my special guest today is AKA Nephew Tommy, Thomas Miles, AKA Super Kappa, Super Real. This man has been one of my boys forever, ever. Never, ever had a problem. 150 grand. It's my man. Give it up for Nephew Tommy in the building.
Thank you, thank you.
You hear this voice every morning on the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Nephew Tommy, let's get to it.
Let's get in it, baby.
Listen, man. Let me tell you something. Let me give you your flowers.
All right.
Let me give you your flowers, right? You are probably one of the funniest comedians I've ever seen perform live, yet underrated. And why I'm gonna say this? Because people don't know how funny you are till they see you. Right. They hear you. They don't even know prank calls. Y'all gotta understand. Nobody on the entire planet can do prank calls better than goddamn Nephew Tommy. Nephew Tommy, life has been threatened. He has, come over here then. If you're talking about it, come get it then. I'm gonna come see you. Well, come on. Like, your prank calls are so authentically funny, bro.
Thank you,
and people don't even know unless you listen to Steve Harvey Morning Show. First of all, shout out to my boy Steve Harvey. Shout out to Shirley. Shout out to the team. But shout out to the team. I wanna say this right quick. How in the fuck did you come up with them prank calls, bro?
All right. So I didn't come up with them.
Okay.
All right. But I got invited. I got invited to go be on a compilation album that Rickey Smiley was putting together.
Okay.
And I went down to Alabama. He had a bunch of comedians, and every person was supposed to do one prank phone call.
Okay.
So I go do a prank with Rickey, and we had a bunch of fun that entire weekend. Cool cat, you already know that. And come back to L.A., Steve is there, and he's like, "Fuck your ass, man." I say, I've been went and hung out with Rickey. We did this whole compilation of prank phone calls. He say, "That's what the fuck your ass need to be doing. Do your own fucking prank phone calls." I said, "Yeah, we could do that." He say, "Just give it a try." So I tried. I do about 2 or 3 pranks.
It's crazy.
Bring them to him. We put him on the air. He fell in love with him. And then he say, "Now I want 5 of them every motherfucking week." I said, "Dude, that shit was hard."
Right.
That shit is hard. You know what I mean? You know how many people that hung up on me and shit? He was like, "Nah, I want 5. He made me do 5 every week for probably 3, 4, 5 years. So now I got over 300 and some prank phone calls.
Bro.
And had no earthly idea that I would be called the king of pranks. I had no idea.
Bro, let me tell you what I love about, if you listen to the Steve Harvey Morning Show, outside of Steve, who's my big bro and my guy, that prank call shit is so crazy because people really buy into it. Yeah. Like, it feels like you know something about them and you use it and you turn it on them.
Yes.
You asked for a refrigerator. Don't get mad at me. You asked for a refrigerator. We're going to bring it right now. It's 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
And well, motherfucker, I told you I don't want no goddamn refrigerator. And you just keep digging.
Stay on it.
When do you say, I think this is...
There's a line. You can go over that line a little bit.
Right.
But when it's something that they're passionate about,
right,
and especially if it's their kids,
right,
you call a man about his wife,
right,
the filter is off. Them motherfuckers is coming.
They're going.
So you got to get to the point where, okay, don't let this motherfucker have a heart attack.
Right.
You know, so you got to get to that line. But it's so much fun, man. I'm getting ready to do another CD where it's going to be about 12, 13 different pranks because it's, I haven't done it in years. Everybody knows my voice, so I got to be clever as fuck now.
Yeah, and you got to have the subject matter that gets it going.
It's going to when they're not even thinking about who is this.
They just get on the hook. You get them on the hook.
You're hitting them with some shit that's passionate to them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man.
So I got a question for you. I always wanted to ask you this. For everybody who's tuning in and listening to Top Billin', I am talking to my special guest, Nephew Tommy, a.k.a. Thomas Miles, Mr. Funny. How did you become a comedian? I never asked you that.
You know what, man? I studied theater at Texas A&M.
Okay.
Okay, theater major. And in the summertime, I would come home and work, and I was cutting yards with a cousin of mine. I was cutting yards, Nathan Williams. And he talked me into, you should go do amateur night and do some stand-up. I was like, nah, I'm a thespian. I
do theater.
I do theater. To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether to be noble in the mind, to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous forge, and take arms against the sea of troubles, and by opposing in them to die, to sleep, perchance to dream. Aye, there's the rub. I was that dude.
You was that guy. Right,
I was Othello. I was King Lear. I was doing all of that. And in the summer, when we cutting yards, he said, no, you should go try it. So I went and tried amateur night in Houston, Texas.
Okay.
At a Ramada Inn.
No, not the Ramada.
Ramada Inn, hosted and owned by, that particular night, owned by Rushion McDonald. Right?
No way.
Yeah.
Shout
So
out
I go
to
in, and I do this little amateur thing, and after the amateurs are done, then, the pros come up and finish the night out. So I win the amateur night, and I just kept coming back, and Rushion was like, hey, dog, you know what, dog? You got some, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Dog, you got some, dog. Come back next week, man. Put you on stage. We'll give you 5 minutes. And I kept coming back, Bill, and I kept coming back. And the next thing you know, every summer, I'm hitting it. And I got BET, Showtime at the Apollo. And then the next thing I know, years later, I'm opening up for Luther Vandross. For 3 freaking years, I'm opening for Luther. And I'm like, oh, shit. So Luther takes me to, let me tell you about that story. Let me tell you, what's the brother out of Detroit, man? He had he was, oh my God, what's his name? Comedian.
Mike Bonner?
No, keep going.
Out of Detroit?
Out of Detroit.
Tony Roberts?
No.
90s?
90s. Oh, shit.
Who do I know out of Detroit in the 90s?
So this cat was opening for Luther, right? He was opening for Luther. And at this time, I was doing stage plays, right? And the crew is who I always hung out with. I always hung out with the crew. One of the crew members is connected with the guy that advances the shows for Luther Vandross. He says, hey, man, didn't y'all tell me Thomas is the stand-up? And he says, yeah. He says, well, listen, we got a slot for him. This guy that opens for Luther's going to be out for about a week. And I was like, whoa. So I send my VHS tape. You know how far back that was.
God.
I send my VHS tape.
You probably had soap operas on it.
Oh,
and shit.
And Luther and his manager watched the tape, and next thing he says, hey, we'll use him. So man, they use me, man. I never forget. I'm in Rochester, New York, trying to buy a suit and shit, and I'm opening up for Luther, man. I open up and do 15 minutes in front of Luther, man. I come back and I'm crying on stage. I'm like, dude, I just opened up for the baddest motherfucker in the world.
People
man.
don't know that feeling, bro.
Woo!
Let me tell you something. That moment you just triggered me, man, because that is for a comedian. Yep. That's our first taste of feeling what it's a star like. I'm gonna tell you something. My first tour like that or whatever was with the OJs.
Oh shit!
And I'll never forget. It was OJ. It was Regina Bell and the OJs, right? And Eddie Levert is my friend to this day. He said, young man, I'm gonna tell you, you be professional, you do your time, and when I do this, it's cut.
Yeah.
When they do this, they don't want to hear shit else. Don't say another goddamn thing. Bring up the act, right? So we're like, we get to do our stuff, and then we're a filler, you know what I mean? Until the band gets set up, when they putting stuff and switching and whatever.
And you got to work through all that.
Yeah.
All that sound and shit?
Yo, the drummer just fell. You got to act like, you all right? You all right, Steve? Hey, man, I just tripped. They got wires back here. Like, we go through all that. Man, what a feeling. Because I remember going, when I become a star, I want to have this kind of feeling, because I remember, they always wore nice suits. Like, Luther always had wardrobe. I remember going to interview Luther Vandross back then, and he was on tour with In Vogue. And I never saw cases of wardrobe before. Do you remember this?
Oh, dude.
Remember that, I didn't know that they have wardrobe. Like they have a big box and it opens up and there's suits in there like.
It looks like a Broadway production.
Yeah,
Yes.
I had never seen that
Yes.
before. And, you know, I was like, you know, I always tried to be like wear a suit and look fly, whatever. Cause like if I knew I was doing a show with an act that dress up, I was clean.
Yeah.
Cause I wanted to look like them, like kind of.
You're supposed to.
Yeah.
That's the job.
That's
you're
the job.
supposed to.
Yeah.
Fit the profile.
Fit the profile.
You know what I mean? And but man, listen. So I'm out there with I do that one night, and then at the end of the week, the tour manager comes to me and says, "Hey kid, boss wants to keep you."
Oh,
I said, "What?"
that's the best feeling in the world.
He said, "Boss wants to keep you." He said, and I'm telling him, I'm saying, "What about the other dude?" He said, "Do you care about you care about the other?" I said, "Man, I don't even know that motherfucker."
I don't know that motherfucker.
I don't know that motherfucker at all, dog. And the next thing I know, I am on the road with Luther
Oh
Vandross.
my God.
I am on the road with Luther Vandross, and I am touring the freaking country.
Do you know how many people you are in front of as a young cat coming up?
Yes.
Yo, that's, bro, for everybody that's watching this and listen, that is like, for us as comedians, that is so dope because we don't get a taste of that at where we are in our careers, but we get a taste of that because somebody blessed us to be on the stage. So you utilize that opportunity.
Yes.
And so you go on, how many dates you think do you remember how long you were
Dude,
out
we
with
did
him?
3 years.
3 years with Luther?
3 years. And then he was getting ready to
that's
go.
dope.
And then in the latter part of the 3rd year, he's getting ready to go to Europe.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, he ain't gonna take me to Europe. He'll grab a comic, an opening act over there. Tour manager again. Hey,
So now you get to go to Europe.
boss is taking you with us. I was like, no shit. I'm going to Europe. And dude, I had no earthly idea. Let me tell you when this was. This is when Anthrax was going on. Remember that shit?
In the little envelopes.
Yes, in the envelope.
Every time I got from some shit in the mail, I was like, oh
Yeah.
Lord, that's it. Everybody was shook. We thought we was getting it.
So, dude, I'm on the plane headed to London, scared as shit. I wouldn't even go to sleep. I'm just looking at everybody moving around because, you know, I was paranoid at that time.
Yeah.
Get to London, and I'm always hanging out with the band when it was the Luther crew. I'm with the band. And the drummer and I, Ivan Hamden, bad motherfucker, he comes up to me and says, hey, man, got your shit together? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do my shit. He was like, you can't do that country shit you've been doing over in the States. I'm like, the fuck you talking about? He's like, you gotta write a new set, nigga. I was like, are you serious? He said, you need a new set. That shit that's funny over there ain't funny over here.
Oh shit.
And now, Bill, it just fucked up my whole trip.
You like, I got my 1, 2, 3, and
Dog.
oh, people don't know that.
Dog, I got and in front, and when you open it for Luther, everything is clean.
Yeah.
There's no profanity.
No, at all.
Everything is clean. I'm tuxedo. I'm black on black all the way. I'm clean as shit. So I'm like, we got 2 days for showtime. I'm like, oh my God. So dude, I grab a notepad and a pen, and I am walking through London.
Writing.
Writing my ass off, man.
Oh my God.
Cause I gotta do 20.
At 7 o'clock, you got to be popping.
Dude, I need a new 20, man.
Wow.
So I'm like, okay. So dude, first night, got about 50, 60% standing O. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm there, and then Luther, I come and I'm passing Luther. He's like, how you do? I was like, I ain't got all of them yet. I ain't got.
You gotta figure it out.
Yeah, I want all these motherfuckers on their feet. You know.
Got you.
So man, next night, bam, knocked it out the park. 20 minutes on the dot, right?
Right.
And Luther say, you got him now. I said, I got him for 20.
You had to figure it out.
I told him, I said, I got him for 20. But if you late, I'm fucked.
I ain't got 22.
25 is gonna get blue. But we killed it. Came back to the States.
Yeah.
Luther says, we going on hiatus. I'm gonna write a new album. And when we come back, we coming back hard. So I go to Hollywood. I'm staying at a crash pad, one of my boys. You know, a couple of actors. You got like 4, 5 guys in a 2-bedroom.
People don't know the hustle.
Dude, you got, when you open up the fridge, you got stickies on everything. If your name
That's
on,
my milk,
if that
nigga.
if your name ain't on that shit, that ain't your shit.
Yeah, that ain't your shit.
You know, I'm sleeping on the floor with a pillow and a blanket. And every time I would come to town, I would call Rushion McDonald and say, yo, I'm in town, man. And he was writing for everything. He was writing for Sister, the Parkers. And I do an audition, I would get a guest starring role, you know. This time I called motherfucker and I said, yo, I'm in town for a minute till Luther, you know. He said, I got something for you. He said, I want you to come down here and talk shit with Steve on the radio the way y'all do when y'all hanging out. I was like, all right. I said, what time? He said, 5. He said, 5 o'clock. I said, all right, cool. I'm gonna get there. You know, I'm gonna eat dinner early. He said, no, motherfucker. In the morning. I said, you bullshitting. I said, we shoot dice till 3 in the morning around this motherfucker, man.
Right.
I said, 5 in the morning? He said, yeah. I go talk shit, Bill, for a week on the radio with Steve.
It's a wrap.
It's a fucking rap. It's a home run. And the next thing you know, I am on the air every single day. And I tell Rushion and Steve, I said, listen, I can keep fucking with y'all, but when Luther called,
I'm gone.
I gotta go. I can't be playing with y'all on the radio.
I'm not doing this radio thing. I'm about to go to London,
dude,
Copenhagen.
I got shit to do. Bill, Luther died.
Whoa.
God gave me a job before I even knew I needed one. Before I even knew I needed one.
Yeah, let's get it. Let's. We can't let that go. Let's not let that. Oh yeah, that's powerful.
And here it is, 22 years later.
Easy.
I'm still on the radio,
bro. Let me tell you something, man. That's emotional. That is a beautiful thing you just said. You acknowledging the gift, the blessing that came upon you, right? And that's a lot of times in our lives, like, you know, we don't know why things happen, good or bad, right?
Right.
But how could you didn't foresee that?
No, never.
But the beauty is Rushion is right there, just ushering you in the game, ushering you and believing in you before you believe in yourself to that level, right?
That's right.
You ain't seen no radio.
No.
You trying to be an actor, you trying to do this, you on the road, blah, blah, blah. You come around to an opportunity that's changed your entire life.
My entire life, man.
You're in front of people every morning.
9 million plus.
9 million people listen to you guys every morning. I'm one of those people on the Steve Harvey Morning Show. You guys have insightful conversation. You do issues on health. You do issues in the community. Y'all have a camaraderie that is incredible. Like, it's like I'm listening to my family members. Like, Steve is like my big brother. You my cousin.
Yep.
You got
Shirley Carla.
Shirley.
Yeah.
I get to come on every now and then and kick it with you guys. How did y'all get your chemistry down? Was it just is it over time? Because it just seems so.
You know what, man?
The
chemistry goes way back when we were all in the studio together, and over the course of so many years, now you fast forward, we're not even in the same city. We're not in the same room. I'm in a studio in my house. Steve is in a studio in his house. The rest of the crew, they're all in their own homes, but we've been together so long.
Y'all got it.
That we could just close our eyes and talk to each other. You know what I'm saying? It's just like
magic.
clock. It's magic, man. It's magic.
So do you when you say radio is like your home base, it's your gift that God gave you and you've done it for over 20 years. But when I see you on stage as a comedian, to me, I feel like not only are you happy doing that, you have something to prove.
Yeah.
You go so hard. Like, I remember the first time I saw you do all these different changes and characters,
oh,
right?
Shit.
Bro, and I was like, I didn't even know you had it like that. Yeah. And that goes back to the acting. Yeah. Bro, you got so many characters. Like, people need to listen to me. If Nephew Tommy comes to your city, go see. It's like going to see Charlie Wilson. You go see Charlie Wilson, you going to see Charlie Wilson. Every time you motherfucker come, the Charlie Wilson show is so goddamn good. You be like, God damn, Charlie. God damn, Nephew. But literally, I'm giving you your flowers, man. You are incredible.
Thank you, brother.
Incredible talent. And I feel like
So let me jump in for a second.
Go.
So, man, I've held off so long. And I am now, and my road manager, who was one of my best friends, Avery Williams, we've just, you know how you got to make yourself do something?
Okay.
So February, man, I am making myself film my show. because I haven't shot a special in over 10 years. I've only shot one, and I only had one shot at it. It was only one show.
No, it's tough.
Most people shoot a show, and it's like you get a whole weekend of rolling the camera, and
Right.
you take the best shit.
Right.
I just had one shot. This time, I'm shooting.
We're doing it the right way.
I'm shooting that shit, man, and I'm titling it "Life After 50." And,
that's a good
Oh
title.
man, Life After 50, because 50 fucking me up.
Yep. 50 on your
Woo! So, what you don't know, and I don't know if you know my story here lately, but I have a reality show,
Yes, I do know that.
Ready to Love, and man, I am I'm at my 10th season now, Ready to Love, and man, last year 2022, I'm trying to. I call myself trying to sprint. I want to sprint. You know what I'm saying? I want to sprint. So I got my trainer and shit. I was like, dude, I just want to, I want to, because I ran track in school, in high school. I said, I just want to get out and be able to run, a good ass sprint. Because one thing Deion Sanders told me one time, he said, ain't no fat sprinters.
At all.
Ain't no fat sprinters.
I've never seen a fat sprinter in my whole
There's
life.
no fat sprinters. So if you can sprint, if that's your workout, you're going to forever be fit and trim, right? So, man, my trainer gets me a stretcher to stretch me. And while he's stretching me, he's pulling on me, but he pushes my neck and he's pulling my arm. And he said, yo, dude, way down in your neck, there's a little lump in there. I was like, all right. So I'm the kind of dude, Bill, once somebody tell me some shit about my body, I'm listening.
Okay.
So I go to the doctor. And my doctor, she presses on. She says, maybe you pull a muscle or something. She said, but let's be sure. And I said, all right. So she said, I'm going to send you to a ear, nose, and throat doctor, ENT. I said, all right, go ahead, cool. So now, mind you now, when they send you to another doctor, it's 3-4 weeks before you can get in.
Yeah.
So I go to the ENT, man, and he drains whatever that is, draining it, and coming inside that tube, the shit is brown. I said, what the fuck is that? He's like, it's probably a cyst, He said, but let's be sure. Sends me to another doctor. He said, now we're going to get a biopsy.
Damn.
Dude, I'm following the fucking trail, though. And you get the biopsy. And then I don't hear shit. So now I'm in Miami shooting my show, Ready to Love. And it's my birthday, May 18th. So my wife is with me. We hanging out. She's on set with me. I'm bringing on camera. And we're in the makeup chair. And I get a phone call. It's the doctor. And he says, you got thyroid cancer. And dude, I'm fucked up, man.
Right.
I'm fucked up, dude. And I go tell him, and I walk in, my wife's getting her makeup done, and she sees my face.
Oh, my goodness.
And she says, something's wrong.
Woo.
So, dude, we go in the bathroom and close the door. And I just break, nigga.
Yeah.
And she's holding me. She can't fucking believe what I'm telling her.
Right.
So, man, that was May 18th. August 24th, I go have surgery. And I get the Michael Jordan of fucking thyroid. I get the baddest motherfucker they got.
Right.
MD Anderson, incredible. They took care of me in Houston, Texas. And they tell me it's going to be 4-hour surgery, right? And I tell my wife when I close my eyes, I say, listen, when I open my eyes, I just want to see you when I open these motherfuckers back up.
Right.
And my 4-hour surgery, they remove my thyroid, but while they're in there, they notice that there is more cancer in my esophagus. So my motherfucking 4-hour surgery goes to 9 hours. Because they got to clean all that shit out.
What?
Wake up, see my wife, she says, it's gone. All of it. I said, no shit. She said, but. I said, what the fuck is the but?
Right.
And she said, you got a trach in your throat. So now, I am literally breathing out of my neck, dude. You know what I'm saying? Dude, this last year, man. This last year. So now,
oh my God.
leave the
Your
hospital.
voice is everything. Your voice is your money.
It's my money, dude. It's my money.
Bro.
So for 3 to 4 weeks, I got a trach, and they removed the trach. And now here I am. What are we? We're in the month of October, and I am back 100% cancer-free. I had no idea You know.
Woo! Oh my goodness, T.
Yeah.
We need
I
that.
had no idea that I would be, you know, a spokesperson for cancer, man. So I
Cancer survivor.
Cancer survivor, man. And I came up while I was laying there in that hospital. I came up with this slogan: "Don't cancer me out." And
That's gangster.
I told that shit to Steve. He say, "Don't say that shit no more till you get it trademarked."
Yeah, exactly.
He said, "Trademark that shit," and I got it trademarked. So now, if you go to don'tcancermeout.com, you can, if you have a loved one or if anybody going through cancer or been through it, every ribbon is a different color.
Wow.
And it specializes what particular cancer that is. So if you go to my website, Don't Cancer Me Out, whether it's prostate, whether it's breast cancer, you can pick which one you want.
Wow.
Put it on a hoodie, put it on a t-shirt, give it to the loved one or yourself or whoever's going through it. And it's just a way of encouragement, man, to not be counted out, man.
You know what's so crazy when I'm listening to this? Is like the blessing of this was you wanting to sprint.
Yeah.
Because had you not did that,
Yeah.
you might not have discovered
Nothing.
what you needed to discover to help yourself.
And you know what the
Damn.
doctor told me, man? He said, "That's been there at least 10 years. I said, "Are you serious?" He said, "It's
No pain, no nothing.
Nothing. They say some people go their whole lives and never know. Because it is the slowest. I never heard a doctor tell me some shit that really freaked me out. He said, "You got the best cancer to have."
What?
What? He said, "You got the best one," because it is the slowest shit in the world. It is the snail's pace of a cancer. It is the slowest thing.
So did you have to go through the chemo thing? And
No chemo, no radiation. Bill, it's fucking gone. It's gone.
And you talking,
I'm working.
prank calling motherfuckers. Man, let me say something. I got a round of applause for that. That's crazy. That's crazy. And here's the thing. Here's the thing that's so prolific about what you said. And you know, we're entertainers, right?
Yep.
You know, we get paid to entertain. We get paid to make people feel good, to forget about their own personal struggles. But people don't realize that we go through stuff.
A lot.
Like a lot. Like that is crazy, right? Your family, you think about your mortality.
Yeah.
You know, I lost my mom, my dad, my brother. Like I went through back to back to back. It was traumatic, bro.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, and still we push through, right? We want to make people feel good.
Yeah.
And that's a blessing that
We are
we have.
gestures.
Right, you know what
You
I mean?
know?
Like, I remember another comedian said this shit to me, and it fucked me up because when my brother passed away, I had two sold out shows in Hartford, Connecticut. I'll never forget it. And that afternoon, my brother passed away, right? And I was done with comedy. I didn't know I could do a joke. I didn't know what my night was gonna be. And so all my boys came to my room. It was about 8 of us in the room. We all like, "Yo, B, what we doing? What you want to do? Whatever." And I was like, "Man, I don't give a fuck about life right now. I'm done, right?" And one of the guys said, "Man, you know, people don't pay for your pain. They pay to be entertained." I don't know what it was about that shit, but it gave me something. He said, "Listen, B, man, people don't know that part of you. They don't know. They need you."
Exactly.
And I was like, damn.
Yep.
So I felt an obligation to like put that in my mind somehow, like put it in a pocket over here and then put my helmet on to go forward and do that. And it was actually really good for me because it gave me a moment to like not feel that pain and like exude energy in a different way.
Yep.
So when you were going through that, did you think that you would never be able to do comedy again, or did you say, "I'm fighting to get back so I can do it"?
I wanted to get back. I wanted to get back. I just wanted my voice. I just wanted my voice. I wanted to be able to talk. I just wanted regular life. And I promised God, man, you let me get through this.
We good.
We good, bro.
Yeah.
We good, and I'm gonna stand and deliver every freaking time you let me grab that microphone.
You can't even mess with no. Hey, dude, that's hunger right there. Like that energy right there is undefeated, right?
Man.
We do need that, you know, especially in our lives, you know, that sort of button mantra, that sort of mindset that like, okay, well, regardless of whatever, I'm gonna get it. That's how I feel, you know what I mean? Every time I go on stage, every time I do my podcast, I just want it to be good. I want to be excellent. I want to represent the culture in a way that I feel that, you know, people be like, yo, that's my thing. That's my man. That's whatever. You do that.
Yeah.
Like, you come so authentically you on the radio, so authentically you on stage. Like, your special is going to be crazy.
Thank you, man.
And you got to do two shows back to back. Yeah. Don't do that goofy shit you did the first time.
No.
That doesn't. This motherfucker.
One and done.
This motherfucker's like, did I say it? I don't know. So, Nephew Tommy, you're going to shoot 2 shows back to back.
2 shows
you're
back
going to wear
back.
the same outfit.
Yep.
And you're going to do phenomenal because you are ready.
Thank you,
And
brother.
let me tell you something. There is no testimony without the test.
Ooh. Well, brother,
That part. Listen to
We've
what I
done
just
the
said.
test.
There is no testimony without the test. The fact that you have been through all the things you've been through, your reps, your dexterity, your perseverance. Yo, when you get on that stage for this special, bro, it's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
Because you ready, and I really believe that, and I'm ordaining it today. I'm gonna manifest it because what I'm feeling right here in this room, which is church-like, is like, yo, man, not only did God bless you, you are humble enough to accept the gift he gave you, and you in acknowledging it. So now the blessings moving forward is gonna be more than you can imagine.
Yeah.
And Steve Harvey gave me one. I'm gonna give a shout out to my big bro. He hit me with this shit, man. Steve, every now and Steve, I be thinking Steve should have a church. So I swear to God.
It's possible.
Listen to me. Steve Harvey will hit you with some shit sometime. It might make you cry, but it's gonna motivate you. He almost like a coach, pastor, brother, right? He said, Bill, let me tell you something about God. You know, he do all this shit, right? He said, your imagination is just a preview for your life.
Come on.
He said, why would God put that in your brain if it wasn't possible? It'll be in somebody else's brain. I was like, what?
Yeah.
And I never forgot that because I was like, damn, that's true. Like, why would I have
If you can
that?
think it,
It can happen.
it can happen.
He said, it's just a preview. It's a snapshot.
Yep.
And so the fact, I'm sharing this with you, and I'm sure you probably heard something similar from Steve, is that our imagination is our sauce.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You imagined something years ago. You imagined theater. Your first imagination was theater.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Othello.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're like, but you was in front of people.
Yep.
You didn't know that snapshot was going to bring you all the way. But the beauty is it was your imagination.
Yes.
And so the people that are watching and listening, I just want you to understand your imagination is your magic. Do not let one person on the planet
Turn you from that.
turn your imagination off. Your imagination is your magic. Go all out in your dreams. Go all out in what you see. It don't matter how you can do it.
Yep.
You ain't got to know that. And we are examples of that. You know what I'm saying?
I like it.
We comedy is our sauce, right? But being in front of people, saving lives through laughter.
Yeah.
You know, saving your own life, not giving up on yourself, not letting that adversity make you quit. You was like, I just want to talk. Like now, like talking is like, you ain't even saying running now. Like, can I talk? I just want to talk.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, Bill. Because while I'm in the hospital, I can't talk.
Right.
So I got
Can't
this.
say shit.
I can't say shit. So I got this marker and this wax board so I could write down what the hell I want to say. The craziest shit is to be arguing with your wife. She can talk and you trying to write the shit. You know what I'm saying? And she cussing me out. I'm like, when I can talk, I swear to God, I'm gonna say some shit to you.
Right.
You know?
But every time you start talking, she erase it. I ain't trying to hear that shit.
So now,
That's hilarious.
but just to go through all of this, man.
Yes, sir.
Now I can hit the stage with cancer jokes.
Yeah.
And I just flip it and bring the funny out of the journey that I went through.
But this is the beauty of life, and I'm gonna shout out TC Cope with this shit. TC Cope hit me with this comedian, one of my brothers out of Nashville. comedians be having some prophetic shit sometimes. He said, life write the script, we don't.
There it is.
And
There it
I
is.
will never forget that. He said, Bill, life writes your script, you don't. So when we go through these things and we you know, raising our kids, this, that, and the other, cancer, adversity, it gives us shit we wouldn't even have.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even know. Wouldn't even have the reference point.
Dog, no earthly idea, man. No earthly idea. I would not be able to pull from this had I not gone through it. There's no way.
And real recognize real. And this is what I love about doing the podcast. It's like, you don't know how many people that are going to listen and watch you and be inspired by you, bro.
Yeah.
Because you are literally a walking miracle. 2, you're talented. 2, you're a black man that's doing his thing, living his dream. There's so many things that you're doing right now to me that is just amazing, right? And I'm glad that you took the time to come kick it with your boy.
Yeah, man.
Y'all don't know tonight we on stage. Tonight we turning the hell up.
Every crowd sold out.
Sold out. It's Sweetie's Day. You know, y'all don't even know what that is. See, we don't even, only in Chicago would they make up some shit.
Shy.
I thought it was Sweet Tea Day at first.
No.
I was like, hey, everybody drink sweet tea.
Sweetest
But they was
day.
like, no, Bill, it's sweetest.
Yep.
It's Sweetest Day.
Well, you know.
Only black
But
people.
Chicago got some different shit for you, though.
Period.
Yeah.
And so for people who don't know what Sweetest Day is, basically a day where supposedly the man is getting like his Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
We don't get shit.
Man,
Okay.
I've never got anything.
You might get a tap on the back. You might get a donut.
Exactly.
You ain't know. I want to ask you really quick before you have to go and all that stuff.
Sure.
Who were your 5 influences before you became Nephew Tommy, before the Ramada Inn?
Mm-hmm.
Who were some people that you looked up and said, man, I'm gonna do it like them?
My father.
Bam,
Yeah.
Mr. Miles.
Mr. Ma, my pops. My pops, he passed away in 2015, but my pops. So listen, man, when I was a kid, and you talk about my characters,
Right.
my father, I used to ride around with him in his truck, and my dad was the kind of dad that in the summertime, I'm with him.
Okay.
This is it. You with me, motherfucker. We rolling.
Right.
So when we would ride around, man, my pops would imitate people. And he would do, back, from his era, he would do Lawrence Welk. He would do Martin Luther King. He would do John F. Kennedy, Moms Mabley. He would sound just like.
Are you serious?
Freaking identical.
You getting a free show?
Oh my God. So I'll be listening. So I'm like, wow, how can he do all these people, right?
Right.
So I had several scholarships to go to college. And, a couple of them I could go run track if I wanted to. And my pops, his whole family, they was sports. They were athletes. And man, I chose a theater scholarship, Texas A&M. I really didn't think that I chose what he wanted. I didn't think that.
Right.
So I'm getting ready to pull out a driveway, and it's time for me to, they bought me a nice little pickup truck, and I'm getting ready to drive to school.
Okay.
And my father is crying. And I'm like, yo, Pops, I'm just 100 miles, man. I'll be back. He's like, nah, you got my dream.
What?
I said, what? He said, I was a theater major at Texas Southern University. He said, but I had to quit going to school to help my mother and father because I had 9 siblings and I had to help them.
Oh my God, bro.
And he said, you got my dream. I said, you were a theater major? He said, I said, you ain't never said nothing about that.
Wow.
So, dude, I'm driving to school and I'm crying like a motherfucker.
Yo, that's deep.
So now I'm like, I can't fuck this up. I can't fuck this up.
I'm rolling with my daddy's dream. Don't fuck this
Don't
up.
fuck
and
it
don't
up.
fuck up this pickup. I just got it for you.
Oh, shit.
Which was one of your dad's favorite characters that you would do?
Oh, man. God. There was this.
Would he be in the truck with y'all? Like, paint the picture for me. How would he do it?
Oh shit, man! My pops was in it. My pops would be in the truck just doing some shit, man. Just he'll go to John F. Kennedy. Ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. And then he'd flip over, And then the motherfucker rolled the mom's Maybelline. He was just a bunch of damn people in his head.
So your dad, your dad had multiple personalities.
He was beast mode.
He was trying to lightweight till his dad was on medication. Okay, cool. I mean, my dad was on medication. It's all good.
Oh shit.
So as my grandmother would say, the chip doesn't fall far from the block. That's like an old, saying, like where, it's in you naturally.
Yeah.
So the beauty of what you are doing now is your father.
Yeah.
You are him moving forward. You embody all that he gave you. That's a beautiful thing. I don't know if you're looking at it like that.
Yeah.
Because that is absolutely astounding.
And like what you were talking about earlier, like when my pops passed, we buried him on Thursday. I was on stage Saturday. I jumped right back in it.
That's our therapy.
I jumped right back in it. I felt so good, to just explode on stage.
I'm going to tell you, I'm going to just be honest right now. You just remind me. It's like the thing that I miss about my dad, most is the conversations, right?
Yeah.
So my family's Southern, right? They're from the South and shit, right? So like my dad was always astounded by everything.
Yeah.
Everything I did was oh my God. My dad be like, boy, you up in that sky? Boy, you be on them planes, boy, you don't know, you don't never be scared, huh? You know how high you are?
Yeah.
Man, it's up there.
Man.
And I'm like, Dad, what you talking about? Boy, what if something happen?
Yep.
What you gonna do?
Yep.
Like, my dad was so funny. Like,
that's like if we like my pops was the same way. Like if we go on a cruise, my dad like, you can't drink all that water now. You can't drink that water, boy.
Man, old school fathers are hilarious. Like I do characters in my set that's really technically my dad, but I don't tell people.
Right.
Because my dad is so funny. Like, and my dad used to always like bug out on how many famous people I know, right? Yeah. I would never forget I was at my dad's house and my mom was alive at the time and Magic called me, right? Mm-hmm. So Magic called me up. He said, boy, who that? I said, Magic Johnson. He said, you lied. Magic call you or you call him? I said, Daddy, you talking about the Laker Magic? He called, what'd he say? What his voice sound like? Like my dad was my dad was so bugged out, like, cause he's a country boy, you know what I'm saying? I'll never forget when, I'm gonna give you a perfect sample. When I did Def Comedy Jam and Martin Lawrence was hosting, my dad, he came, my mom and dad was on the back, they came to see, they met Bernie and all these different people, right? My dad said, boy, Martin said your name. How he know you? Daddy, I'm somebody too. Well, I'm just saying Martin big now. So did your dad give you one of those moments where you was like, kind of like, where he was like, yo, my dad, like, he fucking dig what I'm doing. Like, did he give you one?
Yeah, man. He was like, boy, you on that radio every morning, ain't you? I was like, yeah, I'm on that radio. So he was like the prank. He's like, my dad was my biggest fan, right? Okay. So he loved the prank phone calls, but he loved this one freaking prank, Bill.
Right.
One prank where I called this guy and asked him, can I have his kidney, right? Right. And this is a church guy, and this dude just cusses me smooth fuck out. And my pops made me...
In the name of Jesus, he cussed you out.
Made me put this prank on a CD. That one prank over and over like 30 times. So he's just riding around in his truck all day, listen to that one fucking prank, dude. Because he's like, and listen to my boy. This is my boy. This is my boy. My boy on there with Steve Harvey. This is my boy. My boy. That's my boy. My boy on there with Steve Harvey.
That's my son, Thomas Miles. Listen, man, I so appreciate you coming by, and I'm glad that you opened up with us and shared your journey with us, man. You're an incredible talent, incredible man. I just wanted to give, we have a wonderful production team behind us.
You got an incredible team,
Can we give Thomas Miles, a.k.a. Nephew Tommy, his flowers? Let's give him a round of applause. T, thank you for being on my podcast, bro.
Thank you for having me, man.
Thank you so much. Thank you for just being who you are, man. And tonight, we're going to kill that.
We're going to kill it, bro.
Let's get it, baby. Thank you for stopping by.
All right,
one more time. Nephew Tommy in the building. Let's go. Let's go!